He didn't go looking for God. He went looking for a verdict. Who do I speak of? His name was Strobel, a detective by nature, a journalist by trade, trained to question everything. See, when his wife became a Christian, he didn't call that a miracle. He called it a mistake. So he made a decision. I'll prove it's false. Not with feelings, but with facts. See, if God wasn't real, he'd expose it. If Jesus didn't exist, he'd bury the story. If the resurrection was a lie, he would tear it apart. So he did what detectives do. He went to the sources, the manuscripts, the eyewitness accounts, the historical records, Roman historians, Jewish references, archaeology. See, he put the Gospels on trial. How close were they to the events? Were they copied accurately? Were they altered? Did the authors benefit from the story? And that's when the case started to crack. Not the Gospels case, his. Because the Gospels didn't read like myths. They read like eyewitness testimony. Embarrassing details left in. Failures recorded honestly. Women named as the first witnesses. Something no one would invent in that culture. Multiple independent accounts saying the same core thing. Jesus lived. Jesus was crucified. The tomb was empty. And the disciples claimed they saw him alive, and they didn't recant. Not under pressure, not under torture, not under death. See, liars break. These men didn't. Strobel chased every alternative explanation. Hallucination doesn't explain mass appearances. Conspiracy doesn't explain martyrdom. Legend doesn't fit the timeline. Wrong tomb easily corrected. And slowly, the detective realized something dangerous. It took more faith to deny Jesus than to accept him. The case he was building against Christianity turned into the case for Christ. Not because he wanted comfort, not because his wife believed, but because the evidence forced a conclusion. And detectives don't ignore conclusions. He set out to prove God wasn't real and discovered God was real the whole time. Christianity didn't collapse under investigation. It survived it. So the real question isn't whether Jesus can handle your questions. It's whether you're willing to follow the evidence wherever it leads. Because faith isn't blind and truth doesn't run. And Jesus has been standing up to cross-examination for 2,000 years.